What's going on there, YouTube? This is Quinn, that's Snazzy iPhone guy, and this is the video review of the SkunkJuice in-ear headphones. Now, this is a very bizarre idea. Well, first of all, these headphones retail for $35.99, kind of a bizarre price point, but if you order today, they'll ship in April. They're not quite out of full production yet, but if you order today, they'll ship in April, and you also get a promotional earbuds as well. So the point of this and the overall general overlook of SkunkJuice and its idea is actually really good. Whether they can distribute it to make it mainstream, I'm skeptical about. But the idea is you have this connector here. You connect the 3.5mm headphone jack in your iPod, iPhone, whatever you'd like. And then on this side, you have this little connector. Now, if you take a look at it, it's still an analog connector. I mean, there's nothing digital about it. It's still going analog to analog. But you have this little connector here, and then around the side is a magnet. And what this does is it latches several different SkunkJuice earbuds together to share music. So it's really a social way of sharing music, and you don't have to take one ear out and give it to your friend and they have to wipe off your earwax. I mean, it's just really a gross way of sharing music with this headphones, you know, with regular headphones. And this kind of eliminates the need for that. So you take one of these, stick it on, and they easily snap together, and then you can link up to 4 of them without losing any audio quality. I mean, it just outputs like a champ. And then you take the other end right here. This is the promotional earbud, so there's not a dual sider on this one, but stick it on and now you have 2 people listening to the same song. So it's essentially like a really fancy splitter. Now, whether or not SkunkJuice can actually make this well distributed and whether they can market well enough that there's a lot of people with SkunkJuices, I don't know. Let me tell you a story about how I first got this product. I got them, I was waiting at the car wash, and I popped a pair of earbuds in. It was actually these pair. It was the promotional pair. I didn't know this in the beginning. And, I popped these bad boys in. I listened to 2 songs, and that was all I needed to hear. I was sick of it. I thought the audio quality was awful. I was like, 35 bucks, screw this. And I threw these in the box, and they sat in the box in the corner of my room for months. I never touched them. I was like, wow, okay, these are stupid. A couple weeks ago, I pulled them out again because I decided it was probably about time I review them and tell the world how bad they are. And I noticed that this was the promotional earbud. Now, I took a look at it, and I didn't know any different, in the beginning, but I took a look at these 2 different headphone styles, and I thought, these are different. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but they're a different design. These are not the same headphones. So I was like, whoa, what the heck? And these are the real earbuds, and these are the promotional ones. So I put the promotional ones aside, and I used the real earbuds. And this is where you get your $35 value. I thought they were the same, and it was probably, a common mistake. I mean, they look the same, they feel the same. So I thought, just lousy quality earbuds. But these ones are. I'm not going to say the promotional ones are good because they're not. I would never, ever, ever, ever use these. I mean, like $5, I still wouldn't buy them. They're not very good at all. They sound like your Apple ones, so they're pretty mediocre. I tried these ones and was like, holy crap, these sound pretty good. And they do. And what you need to do is obviously, and we'll just demonstrate it in a minute, but they have this same cord here down on the end. Has a 4.3 foot cord, so it's pretty lengthy. And then you have a yoke here where you can use an up slider. You can scale this up and attach it to your ears or whatever you want. But these headphones sounded pretty dang good. Now, I'm not going to say that they're the best headphones out there for 35 bucks, but they sounded much better than the promotional ones did. These had a pretty rich bass. I mean, they're a little bit bass heavy, like most headphones in this kind of hipster kind of, it's the trend to have a lot of bass in your audio, and this, this carries over. You do get quite a bit of bass, but it didn't ever get muddled. It didn't ever slow down. It was tight. It was pretty nice. The mids were obviously pretty weak, and they usually are. The highs, the trebs, were actually insanely clear. They sounded really good, and really the only problem was the mids that I had. Now, obviously, I'm biased because I spend a lot of money on headphones, and I get headphones that are a lot of money to review, so I'm kind of biased in the sense that $35 headphones, no matter how good they are, they don't compare to, $700 headphones. So I was kind of like, well, and you got to take that with a grain of salt. But for 35 bucks, these are pretty stellar. I mean, I wouldn't use these personally, again, because I have a lot of different headphones. But I rocked these for a few days. I forced myself to do it. And they sounded really good. I mean, you could probably find stuff in about the same range that's about the same sound. Like the Lentech Sonics 3, a couple other headphones out on the market probably sound the same as these. But these come with 2 pairs. Just don't use the promotional pair. Give those to your friends. And then, I mean, for 35 bucks, you do get a pretty solid product that sounds pretty good and is pretty competitive with other stuff out there on the market. So that's the audio. I mean, there's the sound behind it, and we'll do a little demonstration here. So we'll pull my iPod out, my iPhone rather. I could get my Zune. I bought a Zune. I love the Zune. The main reason I use the Zune is because it outputs better quality than the iPod. The iPod outputs pretty mediocre quality, and not in the terms of actual audio that's on the device. I have all lossless files and AV files on my iPhone. It's super high bit rate. So when I'm going out in the dock connection here, they sound excellent. But when I go out the headphone jack, think again, they do not sound very good because the iPhone doesn't put much power out of this. I mean, this was kind of an afterthought. And the Zune HD, even though it is discontinued, I know it's a Microsoft product. I'm not a fan of Microsoft, but it sounds very good. That's aside the point though. So let's take this, throw this in, and we will play some awesome royalty-free music. That's our favorite, isn't it? Okay, so we've got our favorite song, Speed Demon, right here. We've got this side of the connector, right? We're going to crank the volume all the way up so you can hear it when it goes through. We take this other piece right here and brace yourself. You ready? The minute these touch, can you hear that? So I'll hold this pair up. So that's pretty cool. It essentially allows you to connect several pairs of headphones together, and we could get the promotional pair, or if our friends have Skunk Juice, all we do is we take it, we plug it in, and now it's playing through two different headsets. So it's a pretty cool technology. I mean, they break off really easy. If one of your friends has to go, they just pull it off and they go on their merry way, and you continue to listen to your music. So it's a really good idea if you ask me. Again, though, I mean, distribution is kind of what I worry about. I don't know if Skunk Juice is going to put out enough of these that, you know, all your friends are like, oh, yeah, totally, let me hook up my Skunk Juice. It'll probably be like, whoa, you have Skunk Juice? You know, I mean, it's like a Zune almost. It's a very small user group. But if these guys can distribute these well and get the product out there on the market into a lot of hands, this will be super powerful as a utility because people want to share music all the time. They don't want to carry around a big, bulky, annoying splitter, and they just want a sexy way of sharing their music. Sounds weird. They want an easy way of sharing their music. All you do is you plug it in, and you're good to go. I mean, it really is a brilliant idea. I think it's super groovy. Again, the sound on the promotional pair is absolutely rancid. I would not pay $5 for these, and that's why I was conceived. Well, I was misconceived in the beginning that all the headphones were like that. I was like, wow, Skunk Juice is garbage. No, I just think the promotional pair isn't good. But in the final pair, the Skunk Juice for $35, you get this really cool connector technology, and the sound is there. I mean, again, there's probably a little bit better value, but you get this cool connector. You get a cool name, cool company. These are actually really comfortable. They come with a bunch of different silicone tips, so you can fit them onto a bunch of different ear sizes. These are the mediums right now, but I was actually highly impressed with the sound of the real ones. So the promotional ones, sure, they come with them, but don't let those be the first ones you try, or else you'll be very disappointed. Make sure you put the right ones in your ear. But again, and sorry, this is like a very long review, for $35, Skunk Juice is a really cool idea, and I think it's a pretty stellar product. So my final review is a 7 out of 10. The audio isn't quite there. There is probably a better value out there on the market, but the idea is cool. I really like the way it works, and it's a cool company name. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment, and as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.